Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya
Jaya
Nityananda
Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda
Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की जय। श्रील कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to today's Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita reading. We are reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 2, the ecstatic manifestations of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, we read so far, so it's ongoing, right? The ecstasies of Mahaprabhu. When Mahaprabhu would come home, uh, I mean, I won't go too much back because again we'll be repeating everything. But the most recent reading was about Mahaprabhu experiencing conflicting, contradictory emotions of ecstasies at the same time. And so at that time, Mahaprabhu would recite verses from Bilvamangal Thakur's Krishna Karnamrita, where Srimati Radharani is actually going through the same emotions and she speaks to her friends, the Sakhis. And through her statements, we can understand. So, Mahaprabhu is reciting those verses or he's speaking because there are some, like Mahaprabhu will recite one verse and then he's speaking, he's also speaking his own experience. So that's why we see first in Sanskrit and then in Bengali, right? The one in Bengali is what Mahaprabhu is speaking, but his emotions are exactly the same as Srimati Radharani's. So at one moment he says that, oh, Krishna is the master of this universe, and he attracts, he's Krishna, the most attractive, he attracts every woman in the whole universe. So please have mercy on me also. I know there are so many, and you actually make you accommodate everyone, you make adjustments for each person, but please have mercy on me also. And then immediately, but who will honor Krishna, he's such a debauchee, like that. And then again immediately, but this is not his fault, he's just so restless, like that. And after saying all this, oh, I know that Krishna has left me because he has whatever I have said, he got insulted by that, right? He saw that I was defaming him, that's why he has left me. And now again, literally begging him, no, no, please come back. You are, the, you are my sweetheart, like that, basically. My uh, uh, You are, you know, how do you say, the apple of my eye, like that, right? The most attractive thing, you're the sweetest thing, you're the dearest person for me, please come back, please come back, please give me your darshan. Like this, Mahaprabhu's time was being spent. Hmm? He's experiencing, and then he is, and also he would read books. We saw Mahaprabhu would hear in the association of Ramananda Rai and Swarup Damodar Goswami. They were his intimate associates. He would be hearing uh, books or the literatures written, composed by Chandidas, Vidyapati. So these are all uh, literary works or scriptures, certainly, because they're all great Mahabhagavat Vaishnavas, associates of the Lord from the spiritual world. So they would write about the conjugal mellows between Krishna and the gopis. So that's what these books are about. Mahaprabhu is reading the books or the work, the literary work of Chandidas, Vidyapati, Jayadev Goswami, Ramananda Rai's Jagannath Vallabha Nataka, like this. And he is reading, he is singing in the association of Ramananda Rai and Swarup Damodar Goswami. Then we also read how, what type of relationship Mahaprabhu had with different devotees. With Paramananda Puri, his relationship was like paternal affection. Why? Paramananda Puri was actually Uddhava in the spiritual world. But Paramananda Puri, why Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna, why he has this relationship, paternal relationship? Because in this Leela, Chaitanya Leela, Paramananda Puri is the disciple of Madhavendra Puri. That means Paramananda Puri is the god brother of Mahaprabhu's spiritual master Ishwara Puri. So in that relationship, he has this paternal affection, right? And he has an affection like a friend, like an equal with Ramananda Rai. Why? Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is, if you see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Krishna, Ramananda Rai is Arjun. So friends. Or if you see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Radharani, Ramananda Rai is Vishakha Sakhi. That way also they are friends, like that. And then he would have conjugal mellows with Jagadananda Pandit and with Swarup Damodar Goswami. Who is Jagadananda Satyabhama? Swarup Damodar Goswami is Lalita Sakhi, like that. So, and Dasya, like a servant, he would have with Govinda. So, in these various mellows, Mahaprabhu would relish the different tastes. So, then we will continue now. So, yeah, we read this 78. So, today we begin with also Gadadhar. Swarup Damodar Goswami, Jagadananda, and Gadadhar. So, Gadadhar is Srimati Radharani. So, Krishna with Srimati Radharani, like that. So, now today's is text 79. लीला शुक मत्य जन तार होय भावोद्गम ईश्वरे से कि इहा विस्मय ताहे मुख्य रसाश्रय होइया छेन महाशय ताते होय सर्व भावोदय. Leela Shuka. Who's Leela Shuka? Leela Shuka is Bilvamangal Thakur. Shuka means a parrot. Leela Shuka means uh, the parrot which is reciting the Leelas, right? Leela Shuka. Bilvamangal Thakur was an ordinary human being. He was an ordinary human being, yet he developed many ecstatic symptoms in his body. What then is so astonishing about these symptoms being manifest in the body of the Supreme Personality of Godhead? In the ecstatic mood of conjugal love, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was on the highest platform, therefore, all the exuberant, sorry, in the ecstatic mood of conjugal love, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was on the highest platform, therefore, all the exuberant ecstasies were naturally visible in his body. So, as we discussed earlier, uh, this, what do you say? In prema, there are various levels in prema. So, uh, um, this body, the material body, cannot handle the ecstasies in prema, the higher stages. There are 7 stages in prema. So you can come up to a certain stage, and after that, the body cannot handle it. So therefore, the devotee gives up this body, and then he accepts a spiritual body, parshada deha, of the body of an associate in the spiritual world. And there, the prema keeps growing further. There's no end, right? It just keeps growing and experiencing higher and higher ecstasies. But we see in Bilvamangal Thakur, who was from this world, here it is said, the shloka itself is saying, Leela Shuka was an ordinary person. That means he had this body, material body. And even in this body, he was able to experience such ecstasies, which we are seeing in Mahaprabhu. He was able to experience. How he was able to experience, I don't know. So he was able to. So if he could experience, then what is the wonder if Mahaprabhu is also experiencing? Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. His body is Satchidananda Vigraha. He has no difference between his body and his soul. He is his body. So, what then is so astonishing about these symptoms being manifest in the body of the Supreme Personality of Godhead? In the ecstatic mood of conjugal love, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, uh, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was on the highest platform. Yes. So this Mahabhava, right? That's the highest stage of prema, actually. That means prema again, I mean, it is a science, right? You can study in Bhakti Sandarbha Srila Jiva Goswami explains about the different types of sadhus, right? And there, which sadhu do you consider most advanced? One who has the highest prema. That sadhu will be considered as the most advanced. And even in that highest prema, how do you measure prema? It is about the quantity, how much you have, and also the intensity, and also how many types of, how many sweet qualities of Krishna one is able to relish. With that also you can calculate the prema. So if you study this, you will see that Srimati Radharani is the topmost. She is the topmost. She is able to relish all the sweet qualities of Krishna, and she has the highest quantity of prema, and also the intensity is the highest, like that. And now Mahaprabhu, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is experiencing the same thing. That is why, as I said, there are 7 stages, right? So you have like, you have prema, then you have sneha, mana, pranaya, like that, bhava, uh, mahabhava. I think something else comes in between. Totally there are 7, but the topmost, highest is mahabhava. This mahabhava is found only in Srimati Radharani, not even in the other Sakhis. You find it only in Srimati Radharani. So if Bilvamangal Thakur, who had an ordinary body, was able to experience these ecstasies, what is so astonishing in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, with the Mahabhava of Srimati Radharani, experiencing these ecstasies? What is so astonishing? That's what Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is saying here. In the ecstatic mood of conjugal love, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was on the highest platform. He's on the highest platform. Therefore, all the exuberant ecstasies were naturally visible in his body. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Leela Shuka is Bilvamangal Thakur Goswami. He was a South Indian, a Brahmana, and his former name was Shilhana Mishra. Mishra, but from South India. Like you have also Jagannath Mishra, the father of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But this is Bilomangal Thakur was also Shilhana Mishra, but from South India. When he was a householder, he became attracted to a prostitute named Chintamani. But eventually he took her advice and became renounced. Thus, he wrote a book named Shanti Shataka, and later, by the mercy of Lord Krishna and the Vaishnavas, he became a great devotee. Thus, he became famous as Bilvamangala Thakur Goswami. On that elevated platform, he wrote a book named Krishna Caritamrita, which is very famous amongst Vaishnavas. Since he exhibited so many ecstatic symptoms, people used to call him Leela Shuka. So, Leela Shuka is the title of Bilvamangal Thakur given to him by the Vaishnavas. And so, I think everyone, all of us know the history of Bilvamangal Thakur. Anyone doesn't know? Everyone knows, right? So, we won't discuss that here. But yeah, just from being an ordinary householder in one lifetime, how he has made so much progress. So that is why you can achieve the highest perfection. It all depends on one's faith, really. Beginning, in the beginning stages, it depends on how much faith one has. Because when you have faith, then you will put energy in that direction, isn't it? Your intensity will increase. Of course, it's not simply by our endeavor that we make advancement. We need such a powerful sadhu, uh, the mercy of such a powerful sadhu. So both are required. Both are required. Like Srila Prabhupada says in the about Parikshit Maharaj and Sukadev Goswami, Srila Prabhupada says Sukadev Goswami is a bona fide spiritual master. Parikshit Maharaj is a bona fide disciple. What is the qualification of a bona fide spiritual master? He will present exactly what he has received from his spiritual master, from the acharyas coming in disciplic succession, without any addition or deletion. He will give the message as it is. That is the qualification of the spiritual master. And the qualification of the disciple is he will be completely convinced that simply by serving Krishna, I will get all perfection. I don't need to go anywhere else. That means the disciple is a devotee. Srila Prabhupada says this in the context of Parikshit Maharaj. Parikshit Maharaj was a devotee right from his childhood. From his, even when he was in the womb, he was protected by the Supreme Lord. So even in his childhood, he wouldn't be interested in, any other play. He would just be with, playing with Krishna like that. So he was a great devotee. So when somebody who has this type of faith comes in the association of such a great devotee as Sukadev Goswami, certainly you will see love of Godhead blossoming. But it is possible in one lifetime. That's the point. It's not impossible. We have all the help we need, actually. There's no, for us, after coming to this point, we don't have that lack of, sadhu, a strong sadhu, and the power of the sadhu. That's not missing. Srila Prabhupada made himself available to the whole world through his books, through his temples, through his devotees, through his lectures, through the program that he has given us, the procedure. It is not a secret, it is open to anyone and everyone. Anyone can accept it. So if we have faith, if we adopt it, then we can make progress also. We can make progress also. So here, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is saying, Bilvamangal Thakur was an ordinary person. But from that level, and in the purport as we read, he was a grihastha, a householder, and that too who was implicated with a prostitute, right? So really on a very, very materialistic platform, isn't it? Even when it was his father had passed away, and he was very restless to go and meet with the prostitute that night, when at home in his house all this, the ceremony was going on, like the shraddha ceremony or something was going on for the father had just passed away, so the final rites were being performed, feeding all the brahmanas and all that. and he's becoming restless. Oh, when will all this be finished? When will I go and see Chintamani, the prostitute? And even more, it rained. It was raining so bad that night. It was in the middle of the night, but still he couldn't stay without her. So he was trying to cross a river in that uh, dangerous storm. And in order to, he took help of a dead body, like a boat, to cross the river. And finally, when he reached, she thought that he's not going to come. It's late. The weather is so bad, right? He's not going to come tonight. So she just closed the doors and the lights and she went to bed. And he wanted to get inside the house. Everything was closed. And he saw a rope hanging from the wall. It was a snake. He took hold of the snake. He climbed the wall and got inside the house. So, what I'm trying to say is such attachment to a prostitute. But from that stage to what extent he has progressed. Hmm? So, of course, she was surprised. How you came? The weather is so bad in the night. How did you come? And he explained how, with so much difficulty, he came because he loves her so much. And she said, oh, if only you had this much love for Krishna, your life would have been perfect. Really, right? The most valuable thing should be offered to the most deserving person. You cannot just throw it like that on the street. So, this much love just for a prostitute, for some sense gratification, so much risk you're taking. My God, if you had taken this type of risk to attain Krishna, my God, what progress you would have made. That was an eye opener for Bilva Mangal Thakur. And immediately, he just left everything and he started on his journey looking for Krishna, to attain Krishna. So here in the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, Bilva Mangal Thakur wrote a book at that time, right? Soon after giving up the association of the prostitute. He wrote a book called Shanti Shataka. And so, of course, in the same purport, Srila Prabhupada also says, it's not that. So, in the beginning of that section, Srila Prabhupada says that the perfection of spiritual life depends more or less solely on the mercy of the spiritual master. It depends solely on the mercy of the spiritual master. But then he qualifies that, saying we shouldn't think that because spiritual progress in spiritual life is solely dependent on the spiritual master, so the disciple doesn't have to do anything. It's like the spiritual master, like gives you an electric shock or something, right? And he surcharges you with Krishna prema all of a sudden. It's not like that. He's not like a magician that he'll just wave his wand and immediately now you're a pure devotee. Mahaprabhu can do that. Of course, he can do that. We have the example of Narayani. But all disciples, all devotees shouldn't expect, I'll just sit and wait and all of a sudden, I will be, you know, uh, given the electric shock and then I'll become a pure devotee. No, it doesn't work like that. The spiritual master explains in various ways the subject matter, and the disciple with faith should pay oral reception. But it is not that he will understand by his intellect. That is the point. Ataha Sri Krishna Namadi na bhavet grahyam indriyai. Nam Adi means the name of Krishna, his form, his qualities, his pastimes. If you're trying to understand with your mind and intelligence, na bhaved grahyam, you will not be able to grasp, you will not be able to understand anything about Krishna's name. We are chanting his name. You won't understand anything by your intellect. Oh, Krishna means this, Hara means this. So when I'm saying this, it means this. Through your mind and intelligence, you're trying to understand. You won't understand. But because Srila Prabhupada said, when you chant Hare Krishna, it is a prayer to Krishna and his energy. Oh Krishna, oh Srimati Radharani, please engage me in your service. Now, with faith in the word of the spiritual master, you chant like that. You understand the difference. Intellectually, you won't understand. But when you have faith in the spiritual master and you submissively follow the instructions of the spiritual master, by the mercy of the spiritual master, then it will be revealed. The facts will be revealed to the disciple. So it is totally dependent on the mercy of the spiritual master. But at the same time, we shouldn't think that it is like a magic. I don't have to do anything and everything will be revealed to me. So Bilvamangal Thakur also, after he gave up, he started his journey. But the important thing to be understood here is in one lifetime, in that very life, in such a short time, how long is life? Let's say, right? Whatever. Maybe he lived more than 100. I don't know. But still, compared to how many lifetimes, if you were able to achieve, and what type of heights did he reach? These ecstasies which Mahaprabhu is experiencing in the highest bhava, Bilvamangal Thakur was able to experience. Starting from there, he made so much progress. So that is the point. So it all depends on the seriousness of the disciple, the faith of the disciple in the spiritual master, in the parampara, in Krishna, and his surrender. When you have faith, what does it mean? You cannot separate faith and surrender. Surrender is the symptom of Purna Shraddha. Sharanagati is the symptom of Purna Shraddha. When one has full faith that Krishna is only the Supreme Master and I have to do only service to Krishna, I don't have any other obligation in this world. When someone has this type of Purna Shraddha, how does it translate into action? He surrenders to Krishna. And then what is surrender? The Bhaktivinoda Thakur gives us 6 symptoms of surrender. Anukulyasya sankalpaha, pratikulyasya varjanam. Right? So you will accept whatever which is favorable to devotional service. You will accept it, whether it is difficult or not, you will do it. This is a sign of surrender, right? Rise in the morning, chant, worship Krishna. So these things sometimes it may not be easy, but still you will do it. When you do it, whether you like it or not, you accept everything that is favorable for Krishna consciousness, then that is called surrender. That is a symptom of surrender. Similarly, rejecting pratikulyasya vivarjanam, anything which is unfavorable for Krishna consciousness, you will reject it, however attractive it may be. My friendships with people who are not Krishna conscious and who are actually polluting my consciousness, but somehow I like them very much, right? No. Pratikulyasya vivarjanam, or some foods, right? I like to go and eat in this restaurant or that, but this is unfavorable for Krishna consciousness. Again, this is also growing step by step, right? Initial stages, accepting what is favorable, rejecting what is unfavorable, and it goes on. Rakshishyati iti vishwasaha. You have full faith that Krishna will protect me. Sharanagati. So this Sharanagati is a symptom of a person who has full faith. Sharanagati is a symptom, is the symptom of a person who has full faith. When someone has full faith and when he is surrendered, then he will make rapid progress in Krishna consciousness. Then he will make rapid progress. You can even come to such advanced levels in uh, in this lifetime. So that's why you see some devotees are making progress rapidly. Some other devotees, even after many years and decades, are not able to make so much progress. How do you know they're not making so much progress? Still, you see attachments to material things and, like that. So Bilvamangal Thakur, about Bilvamangal Thakur it is said, of course we should not judge anyone, not to say that, we cannot. Sometimes Krishna gives, some attachments to a devotee just to make him more serious, So never ever judge anyone else, right? All these principles are there for us to apply to our own lives, our own devotional life, and make progress. not to use these principles to judge others. Oh, this person is a better devotee, that person is not a good devotee. No, it's not meant for that. Maybe the spiritual master, he can see for his own disciple, by these symptoms, he can understand and he will help the disciple how to progress further. But in general, when we read these principles, we should apply them to our own lives. So anyway, so Bilvamangal Thakur finally came to such a level, that such an elevated platform, and then he wrote another book called Krishna Karnamrita. This Krishna Karnamrita was read by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu all the time. So you saw some of the verses that are written there in Krishna Karnamrita, where Srimati Radharani is speaking her state of mind. Imagine, that means Bilvamangal Thakur is able to enter into the heart of Srimati Radharani and see exactly what is it that she is feeling in the absence of Krishna. How elevated a position is that, right? So then when he wrote this book, Krishna Karnamrita, all the Vaishnavas, when they read that, they were amazed, and he became very famous amongst the Vaishnavas. And then they all conferred the title Leela Shuka on Bilvamangal Thakur. पूर्वे व्रज विलासे जयति न अभिलाषे यत्नेह आस्वाद न होइल श्री राधार भाव सारा आपने कोरी अंगीकारा सेइति न वस्तु आस्वादिल. During his previous pastimes in Vrindavan, Lord Krishna desired to enjoy the three different types of ecstasy, but despite great endeavor, he could not taste them. Such ecstasies are the monopoly of Srimati Radharani. Therefore, in order to taste them, Sri Krishna accepted the position of Srimati Radharani in the form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this we read very thoroughly in the Adi Leela, right? What are the three external reasons for the appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and what are the three confidential reasons? So these are the three confidential reasons. So when Krishna in Vrindavan would see Srimati Radharani, she has so much love for Krishna, right? She is Ashrita, Krishna is Ashraya. Krishna is she is the one who is taking shelter of the Supreme Lord, and he is the one who is giving shelter. But the love that is experienced by Srimati Radharani is so intense. Krishna also loved Srimati Radharani. But how much love Srimati Radharani has, the love that a devotee has for the object, that love is intense. And Krishna has no way of experiencing that. Why? Because he is in the position of the Lord, the Master. He is not in the position of the devotee. What is the love felt by the devotee? The Master is not able to experience himself. From his position, he is not able to experience. And of the devotees, as we discussed just now, the topmost is Srimati Radharani. Everything is to the superlative degree in Srimati Radharani. So her love for Krishna, how much love she has, and what is the nature of that love, Krishna is not able to experience himself when he is hankering. I want to be in that position and see what it feels like to love me. What is that feeling? He could never experience that in Vrindavan from the position of Krishna. That's one. What is the second thing? Once Krishna saw his own reflection in a wall. The walls are all made with precious stones, so you see your own reflection there. And he saw he was thinking, my God, he got attracted to that reflection. Who is this person? I've never seen anyone so beautiful, so attractive. Who is this? And he was getting drawn, right? He was feeling really attracted to this beautiful person. And then he figured, oh, this is me. This is myself. No wonder my devotees are so enchanted by me. But from his position, he is not able to relish all the sweet qualities of Krishna, which the devotees and especially the topmost Srimati Radharani is able to relish. Again, from a devotee's position, what a devotee is seeing, right? Right. As they say, beauty is in the eye of the lover, right? How do you say that? beholder. Yeah, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. That means the person who is seeing the beautiful object, he can describe the beauty. But the beautiful object itself cannot describe, because that object is not able to see. Who is enjoying the beauty? The person who's seeing is enjoying the beauty. The person who is beautiful himself, he is not able to enjoy the beauty. So similarly, Srimati Radharani is able to relish all the sweet qualities of Krishna, but Krishna is not able to relish. So now Krishna gets this desire. I want to know what is the sweetness in myself, which Srimati Radharani is relishing. I'm not able to relish. What are all the sweet qualities in me? I don't know. I want to know. And then the third is, because of this love for Krishna, there's so much ananda in the heart of the devotee. One thing is to love, right? You render service, but by rendering that service, because of that love, how much happiness, how much ananda you're getting, Krishna has no access to that. Because he has to be a devotee to do that, right? He has to serve Krishna, and by serving Krishna, he has to love Krishna, like Srimati Radharani. As a devotee, he has to love Krishna. And by loving Krishna, how much ananda is there, he wants to see. Because he sees Srimati Radharani is also always completely lost in that happiness of love of Godhead. Krishna wants to taste that. So that is why it is said, previously, when Krishna was in Vrindavan, there were three things, right? Lord Krishna desired to enjoy the three different types of ecstasy, but despite great endeavor, he could not taste them. Such ecstasies are the monopoly of Srimati Radharani. Only Srimati Radharani has those ecstasies, nobody else. Therefore, in order to taste them, Sri Krishna accepted the position of in the form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Maybe we can stop here. We'll continue tomorrow. We are going pretty slowly, but I think it's okay. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow.